Welcome back to some first look at Smash 4. I think that's just the name it's given with Dill and Troy here. Got some Rosalina and Luma versus Dark Pit.
All right, let's get going.
Emo Pit. I don't know.
Good old Pit from that game.
Anyone remember? Kid Icarus.
That literally just
no one understood the actual original.
Okay, so I'm not too familiar with Pit. Not a very strong character, from what I can tell. Let's see.
I've already lost my Luma, so I can't even do half my moves. Okay.
Okay, so let's just see how this goes. It's a kid who has arrows. This. And he swipes at things. That's as far as my knowledge for Pit, so let's see how he actually feels.
So, yeah, Luma and Rosalina is a ice climbers kind of duo where one does this, one, obviously you control Rosalina, but Luma you can throw out and you control, and then can actually perform all moves from the distance. But you can kill Luma, but she does, unlike ice climbers, recover after like 8 seconds or something. Yeah.
Actually, I think they changed it. They patched it so that it would take 12 seconds or something, a little bit longer than the 3DS version.
But yeah, not super familiar with her. I can understand why she's powerful because of the range that she can have by it.
Yeah, as Pit right now, I'm just having a little trouble, just getting Rosaluma to 100. I can't really see how I should start using one.
But yeah. What is my down B? I have no idea what this does. But yeah, no, that's one thing, I have no idea what the fuck my down B does. I think it counters? I know, I know Rosalina is, it's not that she's, she is complicated, because you gotta understand how to zone with another non-player part of you. And, play with a 2-character style. But her other moves, I don't think anyone uses the down or over Bs. To my knowledge, she's mostly the actual Luma. She's got some pretty crazy recovery though. We'll give her that. And she's got some power to her.
Yeah. Pit has pretty good recovery. It's just his kill moves that I'm having a little trouble finding right now.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about Pit. Which would be no different than the last game where he could get you to 800 and still not kill you. Whoop.
Okay, so that was his side smash, or his side A. And that seems to be a reliable kill move.
Get wanded. Yeah, I think Rosalina wants to do the sandwich technique. Just get him in between you. Some ice climbers coming back. Did you play ever against some really good ice climber players?
No.
They're really
ice climbers
rare.
they were too weird, man. They were just too weird.
No, have you ever seen any really good ones, though?
Oh, of course.
Oh, God.
There are amazing ones.
They're the most fierce thing in the world.
It's so scary because they have that infinite, grab called wobbling. And it's one of the very few infinites in this game. But, yeah, when you get it, it's almost guaranteed kill.
But yeah, so Rosalina feels similar to that kind of style where you have to try and get the... Obviously not the infinite combo kind of thing, but you want to definitely keep the character in between you and your Luma. She does have some power, but I lose 2 of my moves if I'm not if I don't have my Luma. So pretty key. But obviously she's got some smash power. I can see why people are playing her because she's not real hard. You really use only 2 moves. Like you only use your throw, and then you just play her like purely as like a melee kind of style. Because unlike Ice Climbers, when you lose your second half, you don't have your jumps like completely gimped, and your partner regens. Unlike Ice Climbers.
Yeah, definitely. I'm having a lot of trouble just like trying to figure out what Rosalina is really about.
She doesn't feel like she's about much. That's to my honest opinion. She doesn't feel like a deep character. It's really about placement of your Luma and making sure that you keep the enemy, but like you can't get by it real easy either. It blocks hits.
Yeah.
So it's about your Luma placement really. Which is like, it's an interesting mechanic, but she doesn't feel very deep. Which I guess could be said for a lot of characters, but... Oh yeah, they changed pits up B.
Yeah, I think they did. I'm not too familiar with what his previous one was.
His previous one would, like, he'd fly. And you could just control him in the air. Not sure why they changed it. I guess it was just, like, too easy to counter. And with the removal of edge guarding, they didn't want to probably, like... if he was getting launched, they don't want to have that kind of edge guard capability. Oh, sweet. Like, it doesn't even fall. Oh, there it goes. But you can call it back. Her aerials hurt, though, from what I can feel. It also leaves itself behind, so if I get hit... Nope.
Oh.
And underneath.
And I win! So that's very interesting because I was having such a tough time with Pit. It's really hard to get close to characters like Rosalina who have that range. So it's really hard for Pit to go in and really capitalize on any hits or things like that. I found him generally weak. Really hard to find those kill moves in there, as you can see.
At least
Troy
rack damage.
Yeah, I could rack it up.
Me. Like Luma,
yeah.
that's Rosalina and Luma is supposed to be that style where it's annoying. You have to get close. You need to do that. All I did was throw out like Luma and then just try and zone with it.
The trouble that I was having was that I forgot about Luma and I was just focusing on Rosalina.
And you could get hit by both.
Yeah, and yeah. So in terms of the differences, let's say between Dark Pit, the guy that I'm playing right now, and regular Pit, who also happens to be in this game, I've played both once, and I didn't really notice too much. I the side Bs, they look different. I mean, all of the differences, they just look aesthetic to me. But who knows? Maybe you'll find something that I pick up on. But as of right now, I feel like Dark Pit and Pit are basically the same.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. I didn't notice any difference. Their movesets are the same. Rosalina and Luma, though, generally, like, it's strong, but it's not hard. I'm not going to say it's like the hardest skill cap kind of thing, which I expected it to be, but your over B, you shoot out little stars from Luma. So when Luma's dead, you can't do that. Your down B, I think it reflects projectiles, but I'm not sure.
I think it absorbs it, because I've noticed when I've shot arrows that you just get...
No, that if it hits Luma, it just stops.
No.
Keeping Luma in front of
when you do the down B, it's sort of like the arrow just gets absorbed by you.
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't notice much.
Like I know Rosaluma's down B. It's meant to gather items.
Oh yeah.
Or anything that's thrown at you, it's absorbed.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what your down B does.
Yeah.
And I saw you catch my arrows with that a couple times.
Okay. Yeah. Overall, like, She definitely hits like a truck, and she's annoying with her zoning. But I feel like, well, I've seen her stats drop. People just realized how to play around it. That's all that happened with her.
I see.
So she's definitely good, but she's very limited. She only does like 3 things. So, but yeah, still definitely a fun character, interesting to say the least. If you like that ice climber style.
I can't really say that I enjoyed playing as Pit. I felt it just took a lot of work. But if you enjoy the character, if you perhaps maybe enjoy a style of shooting arrows and dipping in and weaving out and things like that, then definitely try Dark Pit by all means. I mean, this is just how we feel in terms of how our play styles jive with the characters that we have here. Any character, I think, in this game can be viable, just like any other Smash game. I mean, it's too early. It's way too early to tell, to be quite honest. Like, we've only had this game for so long. Pichu's not even in this game, so that's completely... Let's just forget about Pichu, alright? Let's just forget about it.
Oh, man.
But,
yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Got some Bowser Jr. and some Dr. Mario.
Yeah.